In case you're wondering, this is a flying house here. I sometimes have those problems with the scenery, that there are flying houses somewhere around bigger towns. I've read it, I tried to get rid of it, but it seems that sometimes this happens. It's not a big deal. Maybe you know how to get rid of that. I didn't. Well, I didn't find a solution for this. So there are some pretty nasty clouds ahead of us. I hope that they will clear up as we head into the valley, but I think I will have to climb a little bit just to get over these clouds. Okay, this was a weather update, I guess. Now the clouds are gone. And you can already see the Wilde Kaiser here. And we're already approaching our destination. You can see there's this house hovering in the air. Okay, I'm just reducing power a little bit. I think I still have to climb a little bit because these clouds, I want to avoid them. To 5,000 feet. But still, you see that with all these add-ons, I think the scenery in FSX looks pretty awesome, and it's and it really is a beautiful simulator. Okay, we are above this fog or clouds now, so let's hope it will clear up for the landing in St. Johann. Okay, this is a little bit of a problem now because I hope that the visibility will improve, because we are almost at our destination now and I won't be able to descend with this visibility, but I can see there is a hole coming up just in front of us, so maybe it is a little better at our destination. There's a question here: what do you do that in order to get the textures to load that fast? Well, you know, in my opinion, I still think that the textures are kind of popping up here. So, you know, I have some tweaks in my FSX.cfg. I think they are responsible for that, but in at least in my at least it's my impression that I don't like the textures popping up. But I don't know why you think that the textures reload that fast. I don't think they do, actually. I would prefer them not to pop up at all. But that's the problem. That's another problem with FSX. You have to find a compromise between graphical quality, performance, textures popping up, textures being blurry in the distance. So the problem with FSX is, I think, it's always kind of a compromise. You never have the optimal simulator you want to have. And I mean, I have to admit that I'm kind of a, you know, I like eye candy. I like beautiful textures. I like populated airports, all that stuff. I really do like that. And that's my problem, because they are always very performance hungry. And so you know, this experience here, when I'm flying in a not very densely populated area, I have 36 frames per second. It's perfect, no complaints there. But when I'm approaching, for example, a bigger airport like Paris or Frankfurt, the performance really drops, and you have to find a compromise there. You have to reduce details here and there, and yeah, it's a shame, but that's just how FSX works. Okay, so we'll switch off the autopilot now, and we'll start our descent. Okay, I think I will have to pass through these clouds, or at least I will speed up my descent here a little bit, so that I will you can see I want to avoid these clouds here. Hopefully I will be able to. So that's the problem with VFR flying. I don't think I will be able to do the traffic pattern here with these clouds, so I'm turning to the right now, and I will do my turn in the valley there, so I'm not adhering to the traffic pattern here. In real life, there is a how do you say it in English? Is a glider area here, where there are a lot of glider planes, and yeah, you should avoid this area, of course. But you know, with these visual conditions, I have to cross this area, so I'm guessing that in these weather conditions there are not a lot of glider airplanes moving around the area right now. So I'm going to stick to this mountain here, and I will try to make a sharp turn, and I hope I will make a better landing than in X-plane. Are there any good freeware airliners for FSX is another question in the channel. Yes, there are, of course. I don't know where to begin, though. Just Google for it. Just type in best freeware airliners FSX, and I'm sure you will find a lot. For example, one airliner that comes to my mind is the Tupolev, which is a very complex freeware airliner with a good virtual cockpit. Maybe you will take a look for that. Or there is this historic jetliners group. that has some very, very good historic airplanes. So I'm going to make my sharp turn here right now. I've already extended the flaps to the approach position. There's the airport. Pretty fast. I won't make it. No, I'll have to go around here. Okay. I'm sorry. I was much too high. So I am doing another turn here. I want to avoid those clouds. I hope I will be able to see. Already hitting the clouds here. So I will try to make the turn here. These are very, very sharp turns now. So I will descend now into the valley. Under this cloud, you can see weather is rapidly deteriorating. To stay below the clouds. And I will try to make the approach, to make a longer approach now. So, slowing down now. Flaps 1. Alright. Okay, second try. Okay, this looks much better. Trying not to overspeed my flaps. Flaps 2. Alright, looks good. 70 knots approach speed, flaps, oh, I'm sorry, for landing. Good, we're in a good approach speed now. A little bit too low. There's this tree in front of the runway. Just wondering why there are still autumn textures here. Okay, idle. Try not to hit the tree.